and welcome back to the SPS podcast. I'm Coach Ryan. Over the last few episodes, we've been having a discussion about economic mobility, and I want to continue that today, but in a different way of rolling up our sleeves. Today, we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about stewardship over income. It's a key portion to economic mobility. We can spend all the time we want talking about income, how we make more, how we multiply, how we get to the next level, but we don't spend enough time talking about stewardship. Because the truth is, income by itself does not change our lives. Stewardship does. You look around and see that there can be people who make $40,000 a year who are stable and disciplined. And there are other people who can make $400,000 a year, but they're constantly stressed. That difference isn't always opportunity, it's management. Stewardship is how you handle what's already in your hands. And before we start asking for more money, more opportunity, more responsibility, we have to be honest about what we're managing, how we're managing what we already have. Crazy enough, when people hear the word budget, it makes you tense up, myself included in the past. It feels very restrictive. It feels like I'm punishing myself. And it also can come across as I can't enjoy my life. But I had to realize that budgeting isn't restriction, it's direction. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will go wherever it wants. And that's usually nowhere productive. I myself shifted to the 100% allocation method. Every dollar gets an assignment, not just the bills, not just the savings, not just the investments, every dollar. If you make $3,000 this month, that entire $3,000 has a job before the month starts. When you do that, something shifts mentally. You stop reacting to money and you start directing it. And that shift alone changes how you feel about your finances. It gives you clarity. It reduces anxiety. Most financial stress is not math, it's avoidance. When you actually look at your numbers, what's coming in and what's going out, you can take your power back. And then you can easily start noticing the leaks. Those wild subscriptions that we got. We all know a time where we're down to our last in our account before we get paid again. And then that one subscription comes out that we were not. Somehow we forget every month. Convenience spending. I go and buy coffee a lot. And emotional purchases. It's usually never one huge decision that derails us, but it's the small, unexamined, and unexpected ones that repeat themselves over time. Stewardship just means paying more attention. It means being intentional. It means saying, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I'm going to manage where I am with excellence. Here's why that's important. More money will not fix your stewardship. If we don't learn how to manage $2,000, we will not magically manage $10,000 better. More income doesn't solve discipline issues, it actually exposes them. That's why economic mobility has to include financial literacy and personal responsibility, not the flashy version, not that influencer version, real knowledge, real systems, real accountability. Because income can change your lifestyle, but stewardship changes your trajectory. What I want to do right now is give you all a couple steps that I would think would be highly effective for you all, and take it as you please. Step 1, awareness before an adjustment. Understand that you cannot fix what you refuse to look at. Write down what you actually spend in a month, not what you think you spend, but what you actually spend. Again, it isn't math, it's avoidance. Clarity reduces anxiety. Step 2, if you want to try the method that I use, allocate 100% of your income, even if it's tight, even if it's uncomfortable. You can remove randomness. Random spending creates random results. Intentional spending creates progress. Step 3, reduce your financial leakage. Leakage is the money that slips through unnoticed. Those same subscriptions, impulse purchases. Step 4, automate your discipline. If you have to rely on your willpower every month, it's likely you'll eventually lose. We talk about being bit grown when we set up automatic payments, put everything on auto pay, automate debt, making sure that our people have automated investments if possible. Discipline is easier when it's built into a system. Step 5 will be flexible, review it and adjust it. Your budget is not a prison, it's a plan. And plans change. Review your numbers monthly, adjust them quarterly. Economic mobility requires correction, not perfection. Stewardship builds confidence. Stewardship builds discipline. Stewardship builds options. Income is important, but management is transformative. If we truly want economic mobility in our communities, in our families, and in our own lives, we have to shift our focus. So the question that we begin to ask ourselves isn't how we make more, but how we manage it better. So I'll leave you with this. Stewardship is proof that you're ready for more. It says, I respect what's in my hands today. When we learn to steward well, we don't just earn more. We're capable of handling more. This is where economic mobility begins. I would much rather all my listeners take time to get uncomfortable with yourself or with a professional qualified person dealing in finances to get a clear picture of where you stand. There's this old saying that the more you make, the more you spend. It literally is due to the lack of stewardship. While we're here, we're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to talk about the things that need to be talked about. And it is impossible for us to know how to steward our money well if we don't see what's right in front of us. So by the end of the week, I'm challenging you all. Take the time out. Dig in. Look at what you have. Get that cankerworm off your back. It is uncomfortable in the beginning, and then it becomes a habit. Don't give up. Your breakthrough is right around the corner, but work is required for us to achieve that. Until next time, fam, keep going. Stay strong. It's going to work out.
I'm feeling better than ever. Scratch that. Better than better. Only live once. Can't be me. Why? I'm living forever. Turn up the bass. I stay out of trouble. I'm walking with God and stomp on the devil. I had to follow the plan when I did not understand. Now I just feel like the man. Watch how I'm doing my dance. Bigger than me with your brand. All that I need is a chance. I pray that we'll see promised land. I know that we can.